Great.
It's never enough time to get ready. I thought plenty of time, but all right. We're gonna go live in just a sec. Oh, in fact, I think we are live. I forgot I said to auto start. What's up, everyone? Andre here, along with Jake. We've been live for a few moments here. How's it going, everyone? Jake, how excited are you right now for the Splatoon 3 Direct?
Oh my god. I feel like we had our discussion, we had our predictions where I was merely a kid now. Now I am a squid. I am so ready for this. I'm extremely excited. Right before Andre, I was showing you, I was actually playing some Splatoon 2 this morning, getting my hands back on it, refamiliarizing myself, and remembering how good that game is. So to see more, to see how they've iterated, see how they've improved, couldn't be more excited.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, I'm a huge Splatoon fan, but I fell off Splatoon 2 a little quick, at least in terms of the main game. I love Salmon Run, but I kind of fell off otherwise pretty early just because it felt so similar to Splatoon 1. And that's what I'm looking for here. I'm looking for what's setting this game apart from the other two. And and also I think too, though, as well, like, given my big gap with the series at this point, I'm excited for really almost anything. So I am ready for more Splatoon action. I see you are coming to us live from Inkopolis, obviously.
Oh no, listen, of course, Squid Sisters, come on. Now we're rolling here. But yeah, Andre, you know what's funny? I've been reflecting on this and I'm like, why am I so ready to just have another Splatoon 2? I don't know, because I know that's the big complaint, and maybe it's because I'm playing MLB The Show every year that I'm just used to this kind of thing. But like, we get turf war, we get new weapons, we get new abilities, things have been rebalanced, retooled. I know we're gonna get a new hero mode. I know we're gonna get some crazy Octoling stuff. I feel like this game is really in position to succeed, and I'm just waiting to be impressed.
Oh, I mean, there's no doubt this game's gonna succeed.
Yeah.
Like, they could literally just air this image we're looking at right now for the next 30 minutes, and this game would sell nuts. It does not matter. But yeah, I mean, it's surprising for a game that's out so soon in just a month. It seems like there is a lot we don't know, and that's probably why this Direct is a 30-minute event, which is not terribly common for Nintendo games. They usually don't hold dedicated Directs, let alone ones that I think that are 30 minutes, unless my memory's failing me. But in any case, that's a lot to be excited for, and it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot for them to recap necessarily, because I feel like we don't know that much. Like, we've had the Salmon Run Next Wave trailer, for instance, but even that, there's a lot more you can dive into there, I imagine, compared to what we actually know. Like, they tease a kaiju one at the end. I want to see more of that in action. Of course, story mode, I think, is, as you were saying, is like the kind of biggest mystery here, minus anything we don't actually know. You broke out the TV, Jake.
I broke out. I'm joining everybody now here. You know, we gotta get and I think story mode, that's definitely true, something we're gonna see. But I think opener right off the bat, it's gotta be the new idols. I want to see the fresh off the hook introduce this Direct in world. Let me get to know these people. And as we said in our predictions, we're thinking 3 idols.
3 idols. That's right, man.
Yes.
For some reason, that reminds me of Legends of the Hidden Temple. I think there's like a 3-part idol or something. Anyways, we're getting off track. I'm derailing it already. You know, I hope, Jake, that they open it up with like that typical Splatoon, TV introduction, as you were saying. But halfway through, it just stops. It just ends. It's like, yes, you can skip them now. That's what I want to see.
Oh my god! Wow, that's galaxy brain level inkling stuff. Wow, that's crazy. That'd be funny.
That would be funny. Real quick, someone asked, let's see, who was it? 40 Link asked for a shout out. Actually more of a shout out, but we'll give you a shout out. And not only are you getting a shout out, I'm giving the whole chat a shout out. Chat, how are you doing on this fine morning? Early morning. I woke up just moments ago. I'm not used to these. Oh, and we got $5 super chat from Valentine. Thank you so much, Valentine. It says, hey, what if they have a pro Bowsette, anti-Bowsette Splatfest, and if pro wins, they follow up with Blood versus Redhead, and after that one, Evil Laugh. Oh, sorry, Blonde versus Redhead. I don't think we'll ever see blonde versus redhead here.
Platoon chat, morning
Oh,
chat,
man. Yeah,
bringing the chaos.
You don't know what you're gonna get here. That's right. Well, Team Chaos did win, so this is what happens when that happens. Thank you for the super chat, Valentine. Even if, even for the off kilter one. Zach Pack is here. Says no more map rotation, please. That alone would make me buy this game. To be honest, what do you think about map rotation, Jake? Where do you fall on that?
Yeah, listen, I am a fan of the map rotation. For me, it is the presentation. As I was saying, I got on Splatoon 2 this morning, and Andre, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it when I logged onto this game, and they were like, hey, Jake, if you want to do Salmon Run, here's the reward you would get. It's this funny hat. I was like, guys, stop. We're not trying to do this anymore. Yeah, we talked about this before, but I actually like the map rotation for this reason. I think in Splatoon, in particular, since it's more than about getting kills and it's about covering the battlefield, I do think that there is a level of you really want to make sure your players are learning those maps. And something I like about the map rotation is that you focus on, I think it's just 2 or 3 at a time in that like hour-long period or whatever it is. And I think it kind of forces players to learn and become more familiar with those maps, and I think it works. I actually think it works for what the game is, but if you're not a fan of that, I do think the introduction of a new mode, like how we have Salmon Run, could maybe be something to mix things up in that time period.
Yeah, I'm fairly indifferent to the map rotation myself. I can see why it may not be everyone's cup of tea. It doesn't bother me that much. I think it's more that luckily I tend to like most Splatoon maps, but if there were a couple in there I didn't like, I could see that being annoying. It's like, well, I don't want to be stuck on, 50% chance of ending up on this one map forever. Like, and I do wonder, like, why did they choose Splatoon for that? Like, Mario Kart doesn't lock maps at certain times, so... but I do kind of get part of it. I guess they're trying to make it so, like, hey, you have a couple hours to, learn and adapt and strategize for this map. And that's kind of cool. I don't know if it affects me in that way personally, but I can take it or leave it. So we'll see. Do you think they're keeping it though, Jake? Do you think it's still going to be the case?
I do think they're keeping it, and I do think for me it's learning the map. I enjoy that. It's like my fighting game player mentality. I like getting the next chance. But I also think that it's really fun when out of nowhere it's like, hey, we're dropping a new map in the game today, and here's when it's going to go live for everyone. You come on at this hour, at this time, you know that it is in on the map rotation. Here's your brand new map. And what you want to do when that happens is play that map over and over again. So I do appreciate it when that kind of thing happens. And I think it's fun. It's a fun little event.
Yep. Unlike the Salmon Run set times, which they need to do away with. That's those have to go bye-bye.
Definitely. Always love a PvE mode. I wish more games had PvE. It's just not as common as you would think. And I feel like Salmon Run is a good one. I love wave-based stuff like that, like Call of Duty Zombies, that kind of idea. And logging on and being like, oh man, the thing I went on to play right now, I can't play. So weird. Such a bad feeling.
It's not great. Look, I think here we go. It's gone live from Mitra. They're dancing. I love this. All right. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about. So speaking of like, I guess the different modes here and like working together, being competitive or whatever. They for a while ago now they showed off that little buddy you have in the campaign, right? That little what's his name? Do you remember his name? I forget his name. I'm sure Chad remembers. But they didn't say, they haven't told us much more about him, have they? Do we know much? Like I wonder, is there a chance he could be like a secondary co-op character, like Cappy in Mario Odyssey or something like that? Squimmy. Is it Squimmy? Thank you, Mark.
Squimmy?
Squimmy?
That's so good.
It's an adorable name.
Yeah. Hey, I kind of think that I've actually had this in the back of my mind, and now that you say it, I think this is the right opportunity. I feel like more than ever, Nintendo really is kind of trying to push
Small
multiplayer.
Fry. I think it's Small Fry.
I think it might be Small Fry too.
Yeah, I think 4D Link is correcting us, so I like Squimmy, man. I'm disappointed now.
I like Squimmy too. Yeah, Squimmy's good, but
sorry, continue.
No, I feel like there is a little bit of an ethos at Nintendo right now with having that co-op, having that little multiplayer where it can fit in. And given that this is a primarily multiplayer game, I think having an element of that in hero mode just makes sense. It's just part of the game's style.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, the Switch giving a Joy-Con, having a single Joy-Con little function for a person on your side, I think that makes sense. I'd like to see something like that. Curious what they would do though.
Yep.
Don't know.
By the way, we have 1 minute left, as LKMC pointed out in the chat. We're super close. Chat, let us know if we both sound okay, and also let us know as we go into it how everything sounded. We can't tell ourselves. So if anything's too loud or too quiet, let us know. But if you can hear everything, that's what we want. So yeah, let us know in the chat once it starts. And
now, if you look really close here at this dancing inkling on its sweatshirt, you can see that looks to be a manatee in a varsity jacket.
Wow. That's kind of
amazing.
Is this a tease? I love that.
Is this a tease?
A tease of what? What's a teasing?
A manatees? A manatee
a manatees! Oh my goodness.
Manatees?
Oh my goodness.
Maybe.
I love it. It's definitely a manatees.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh man. I can't wait.
So,
Jake, what's your hype at? Real quick. 1 to 10.
8 ready to be a 10.
Yep.
Ready.
That's same here.
Yeah, I want the launch, but okay, when this says starting soon, but Andre, remember we had the
and it is starting.
Oh wait, is it happening?
Yeah, it's happening.
Or is it a countdown, or are we doing it?
I think we're going right into it.
Great.
Have you started yet, Jake? Or I
yes.
have a okay. Yeah, I see the sun.
Okay,
now.
we're in.
Yep, perfect. Do you see the sun?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yep. Here we go.
Oh, okay. Starting off in the Splatlands.
Splatlands, yep.
Oh, okay. No, never mind.
That was a quick change.
This is
Just kidding.
Splatsville, in the heart of the Splatlands.
Okay, kind of, yes.
Yeah.
Despite its old-fashioned appearance, it's seen enormous growth in recent years.
It's better than our actual economy right now.
It's also the hottest new place for Inklings looking for things to do.
Whoa, that plane though.
Oh, hello, everyone. Hope you're all staying fresh. I almost forgot about introductions.
There's a manatee character.
Oh, what? Already?
Researchers
on the bottom
from the
right.
Squid Research Lab.
Oh my God! It wasn't manatees.
Fascinated by what these Inklings can do. They can splat ink in kit form and smoothly swim through it in swim form. We've been studying their biology day and night. Today, we'd like to share some new findings on these
Let's
Inklings
go.
while providing summaries throughout.
Oh, summaries throughout. That doesn't get me excited. I don't want to hear about summaries.
Of course, what goes for the Inklings also applies
Ooh, little
to the
octo.
Octolings. We're sure of it. First, Turf
All right,
War.
you gotta start with Turf War, the
Nice.
the main mode.
Get styling with some fresh fashion and get inking with even fresher weapons.
Okay, I'm digging
Naturally,
the look so
in a
far.
place called
me too.
Splatsville, Turf War battles are the locals' favorite pastime. 2 teams of 4 will ink for 3 minutes. The team that inks the most in their color, in other words, claims the most turf, wins.
Man, I'm so ready to return to Turf War. It's been so long for me.
That top-down view, it just reminds you what a good
That's
idea
not all
this is.
inking is for.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yep.
Weapon.
Ink walls to swim up. Or get sneaky and hide in ink to splat
I love being
opponents.
sneaky. I'm a stealth guy.
Me too,
More
Andre.
ink you
Ninja
spread,
Squid all the
the
way.
advantage you'll have in battles. Whoops. If you're out of ink, submerge in it to refill.
Okay, so
New
we're
techniques
reintroducing
like the
Splatoon
squid
Yeah, they are.
to
surge
everyone.
to swim
This
up
is- yeah.
walls in a single
Yeah.
burst. And the squid
guess you
roll
have to do
jump
that for
out of
most
ink
of us
while
don't know what Splatoon
simultaneously
is.
turning around
Yeah,
have
yeah.
also been
A lot of new
Wait.
Nintendo Switch people.
Is that squid roll thing new though? Yeah, I think that's
While
new,
it's
isn't
glowing
it?
like this,
Yeah.
the move also slightly repels ink from opponents.
Ooh.
Okay, all right.
We've discovered
almost
feels
that
like
these
a
turf war
perfect
battles
dodge
will
almost.
take place.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so
Stages
cool.
confirmed for the Splatlands include...
Okay, this is what I wanted, Andre. Splatlands.
Here we
stages.
go.
Okay,
Scourge Gorge. Oh, I love that.
awesome.
Mincemeat Metalworks.
Okay, the alliteration is
and Undertow
right up my alley.
Spillway.
Yeah.
There
Wow,
seem to be other
Splatoon
stages
stages
as
I feel
well.
like always deliver. These look awesome.
Hagglefish Market.
Hagelfish
A
Market.
pier filled
Love
to the
that.
brim
Yeah.
with street vendors.
That's gonna be a
Cool.
fun
Stuff
one.
here looks
Yeah.
fishy, though.
Even with the characteristically low
Several stages
FPS
from Greater
and
Yes,
Infopolis
yeah.
also return. Museum D'Alfonsino. Battles here
Ooh,
take
a
place in the
museum?
central
That's awesome.
courtyard of this modern museum. Take special note of the rotating wall.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
Hammerhead
stuff like
Bridge.
that's tricky.
Oh,
This bridge connects Greater Inkopolis
Wasn't
to
there-
the Splatlands.
wasn't there a
After
bridge
lots
level
of
before? There
construction
was a bridge
work,
level before,
it's
right?
Finally open.
Yeah. I don't think
Thanks
it was
to the
this, but
bridge,
it's.
No.
But
transit
yeah.
to
I
and
remember
from
liking the
Greater
bridge.
Inkopolis is much
Love the look of this. Love the
Mahi
straight.
Resort.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the resort looks
The
awesome.
luxury resort
You're in a
in
pool.
Greater Inkopolis.
Wow, this is a
Pay
lot.
close
There's
attention to the platforms
this is
that
a
sink
lot of
as
stages.
the battle
Yeah.
goes on.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
That's gonna be
More areas to
crazy.
ink afterward, so don't forget
Oh
to
my God.
splat 'em.
No, this is why you need the rotation. This
Including
is
the
why.
stages you see here, a total of 12 await.
Wow, 12?
Man, that's real. That's awesome.
Seems like a
More
lot.
stages will be
Yeah.
added
Okay, there we go.
free
Confirmation more stages are
post-launch
coming.
Updates.
Yep. But I will say,
right,
yeah,
cool.
some of those character
Now,
frame
let's get
rates
into
were
the
low.
inky essence
You're
of
never
weapons.
gonna look at them. You're never.
First,
All right, here
it
we go.
appears that all the basic weapons from previous games will be available.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
We knew that. Very cool. We
On
knew that
top
from
of
Twitter.
that, Splatland-specific weapon types, such as the bow-like stringers, will make their destructive debut.
Just call it a bow.
No, Stringer,
We've also
dude. That's so
verified a new
cool.
weapon type called Splatanas.
Batanas? Like-
This is the Splatana Wiper.
This
Send
is
blades of ink
awesome.
flying with the centrifugal
Oh
force
my God! Look at the
generated
range
by
on
Okay,
that.
that's what?
Swing after charging up a bit, and it'll transform into a charged
Yo,
slap.
man.
it's gonna be
As
tough to get me
expected,
away from
it's
that
also
weapon.
has a long
It's a
range
sword, Jake! You have a
That's
sword in
so
Splatoon!
Its range is also
They're so
quite
clever. They're
devastating.
so good at these.
Yeah.
Dude, Ninja
Let's
Squid.
dive into the
Oh my
weapons that
God.
can help you claim even more.
It's your
turns.
favorite form, Jake.
Yes,
Special
yes.
Oh, the crab mech!
As the name implies, these are special kinds of weapons.
Okay,
that
these
can
new
be
weapons look
unleashed
awesome.
after filling
Yeah.
up the gauge from inking
The
turf.
the Stringer looks like it has a lot
There
of
are
different
some new
utility.
types we've identified.
Whoa!
So
Oh, we've
let's
seen
take
this
a
before,
closer
but
look.
continues to look awesome.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
This is the Tacticooler. When it's activated, a fridge appears. You'll find in-game beverages stored inside. These have a
this
variety
is
of
a
effects,
this is a
like
10.
momentarily
This is
That's
increasing
awesome.
speed.
Yeah, it totally is.
They come in packs of 4, so take one.
Oh, what a
and
good
share the rest
idea.
with your teammates.
I love this.
Oh,
Oh, man.
This is the Wave Breaker.
I love the little jingle.
When activated, it'll unleash waves around the area.
It's like that Splatoon.
It'll
It's like that Mario
also
Party
mark an
minigame.
opponent's location
yes.
and cause damage.
That's a hard mini.
Try to
Oh my
avoid them
God.
with a well-timed
That's
jump.
really cool because you might not notice it. you
Right,
know,
yeah,
if
that's
you get it in the
subtle.
right
Finally,
spot.
the
Yeah.
Reef Slider. Build up power.
Oh my God.
Charge into opponents who need a good
Reef
splat.
slider?
Once
Wow.
the attack ends,
Oh,
it'll explode
okay, all
and
right.
damage the surrounding area. Familiar special weapons
Oh,
like the
shark
Tenta
buddy to
missiles,
ride. Oh
Ink
my
Jet,
God.
Ink Storm,
Oh, Inkstorm.
Ultra
Yeah,
Stamp.
Inkstorm. Oh, yeah. Inkstorm was before there,
and
right?
I-
Booyah
yeah,
Bomb
these
will
are
also
older
make their
ones,
grand
yeah.
return.
I love the Ultra Stamp. That was always so fun to use.
Special weapons are paired with main
Okay.
weapons. So find the combo that suits your
Okay,
splatting
there
style.
was a Splatana there with the shark.
Oh,
thing,
really?
so I'm-
Oh, my.
I'm
That's your
ready.
combo. That's your combo.
I'm in. I'm in.
Shop here to get your tentacles on some fresh weapons.
Okay, yeah. Let's see how this has changed.
is Ammo Knights,
Sheldon's
owned by
back.
the chatty horseshoe
Okay.
crab, Sheldon. The locals have praised him for his wealth of weapon wisdom and sophisticated selection. Instead of using in-game currency for purchases, you'll need these Sheldon licenses. Obtain them
what?
by leveling up through battles and by consistently using the same weapons.
Interesting.
One Sheldon license can be exchanged for one weapon that corresponds to your level.
Huh.
Oh, and just between
Okay.
us, if you exchange more Sheldon licenses than normal, it appears he'll give you a weapon you like sooner than expected as a special reward.
Sheldon.
Nice.
Okay, I like that we're separating it from the
By
money
way,
you spend on
the
clothes,
Inklings
so
and
that you don't have to
Octolings
like
walking
make a
around
choice.
town
That's a good
are pretty
idea.
savvy about their fashion.
Speaking of clothing, here we go.
Yeah, cool.
Things like headgear, clothing, and
Nice.
shoes are just as important as weapons to staying fresh in Splatsville.
Gotta stay fresh, Jake.
Gear can
Oh,
be obtained in the
100%.
shops around here. Each one is managed by an interesting shopkeeper. So let's drop in.
cool.
I want to hear the music for all of them. I love the
Yeah.
shopkeeper's music.
This is not
Ooh,
couture.
gnarly
Ahead of
Eddie,
your
dude.
shop, you'll find an array of hats, masks, and
Sick.
glasses.
So
So
good.
you can get ahead of the game. The laid-back Nautilus, Gnarly Eddie, and the energetic Nails. The snail sitting here
I didn't even
run
see
the
him.
shop.
I love nails. The glasses, little glasses.
Clothes
They're
boutique,
sending me.
Mana Wardrobe.
It's a genius.
It specializes in tops, like t-shirts and jackets.
Cool.
The shopkeeper, Gel LaFleur, might be a touch archaic with words, but this jellyfish
Dude, what a
has keen
Squidward,
eye
am
for
I right?
fashion
Yeah,
sense.
totally.
And finally, the
Oh my
shoe store
goodness.
Oh,
Mr.
A
Coco.
variety of cool kicks here, from sneakers to sandals
is amazing.
and even leather footwear.
Dude,
It's
of course
owned by
he's the
Mr.
sneakers
Coco.
guy. Of
He might look
course.
intimidating,
So
but deep
awesome.
down, he's a
Look at
nice
his
guy.
little legs.
Probably.
He skips leg day, dude.
Hilarious. He
You're
totally
more
does. He
than
totally
welcome
did.
to pick out gear based on its appearance, but they do come with abilities that can help you out in battle.
Nice, nice.
I just want to hang out with Mr. Coco. Like,
Take
Yeah,
one
oh my
speed up,
God.
for example. It can increase
wow, that's
your
a
running
massive
speed.
speed difference.
I remember seeing that exact
Or
clip in Mario
intensify
Strikers.
action.
Remember when they
This
showed
improves the squid roll and
Yep.
squid surge moves. There are even more abilities to discover.
Man, I'm really interested
Plus,
in that
there's a
squid
fellow in
surge dodge
Splatsville who
thing.
can
That's
swap
interesting.
one
That is
ability
interesting.
with another.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to Merch here, and you can add an ability of your
Yo,
choosing
Merch,
to your
isn't that the
favorite
same?
gear.
Has he aged?
He looks similar. I don't know if it's the exact same. Maybe it is.
Guys, was Merch who it was in the
And
last
if you
game?
save
Chat,
your
let me
favorite
know.
gear combinations as fresh as fits, you can change in a flash.
Oh, nice.
Flavor
You
up
can
your
save
fashion
loadouts.
with whatever outfits
Chat's
you
saying,
want.
Chat's saying yes and
Simply
no.
splat-tastic.
Oh, interesting.
Chat's all over the place.
This is really good. I'm really glad they've got saving loadouts outside of amiibo.
Agreed. Yeah, they needed
Yeah,
that.
that's really nice.
Welcome
yeah.
to the lobby, a gathering spot for those seeking fresh battles.
So
Turf war
awesome.
battles aren't the only things that happen here.
Wow, look at this
You can
menu.
I was gonna say,
also
this looks
square off
sharp.
in Anarchy,
I like the
Hell
neon.
yeah.
where you
Okay.
compete for rankings. Hold the active zones in Splat zones.
Okay, good.
Okay, cool.
Like Splat zones.
I love
Ride the
Splat Zones.
tower
That's
to
a
the
good one.
goal
Tower
in
control's
Tower
back.
Control.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, agreed.
Carry the
Agreed.
Rainmaker
It's fine.
to its destination
All right, there's
in
Rainmaker. Let's tell all people
Rainmaker.
hype for Rainmaker.
Rainmaker's stressful,
Or
but I get it.
Collect and throw clams to score
This is the
in
I love
Clam
clam.
Blitz.
That's a fun one. Yeah, that's a fun addition.
Yeah.
Duke it out in these four
All right,
modes.
there's gotta be a new
which
one.
are
There's
on
gotta be a new
location.
one.
I think so.
Want to take on a challenge solo? Select Anarchy Battle Series. But if you want to team up with friends, joining Anarchy Battle Open is the way to go. You can also play
What?
private battles online. Set battle modes and other
Hey.
options to your liking. Why not
Okay.
play with your favorite battle modes alongside friends?
Oh, chat,
Information
we're gonna
about
be
these
playing.
game modes will be available soon on the game's official website.
We're only 1/3 done, by the way. 20 minutes
Cool.
left, Jake.
Official website. Gonna have more info.
Yeah, we
Okay.
need to check that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Do
be
a
hitting
website
that.
tour or something. Yep.
Yes, definitely.
Now, let's talk about the features within the lobby. This
Yeah.
is the test range. Try out and get
Cool.
comfy
Oh,
with your
much
weapons
more
gear.
interesting
Yeah,
than the
definitely.
last
Besides
test
being
range.
able to
Yeah.
practice whenever you want. It's also a
Whoa,
great
that's
place to
nice.
get
That
all
was sick.
warmed up while waiting for rivals to join a battle.
Oh,
Next
cool.
up,
Okay.
ghosts.
Ghosts.
Online friends will appear as 3D holograms.
Oh,
Drop in on friends in the midst of battle
This
and
is
play
cool.
alongside them. You can also join
That's
up and start
awesome.
a battle on the same team.
So even when
You'll
they're
be
not
able to
online,
see
you
what
can play with your
friends are up
friends.
wait, is that what that is? I thought it was. No, I think it's when they
appears
are
that
online.
You can also call out
You can
to
join-
friends in
you
the
can see what they're
lobby
doing,
and
I think.
invite them for battles.
Oh.
Why
Why are they
not
ghosts
see
then?
these
So it's like-
features for yourself?
It's a hologram. They're not dead, Jake.
Okay,
This is where you
okay.
can view battle replays.
I think it's more
It
like a
appears that it
3D
can
like
somewhat
friendless type thing
recreate
almost.
recent
Oh,
battles.
battle.
okay.
Wait, do we have replays before?
I don't think
so, right?
Yeah, I don't
Fast
think so.
forward.
That's cool.
That's
I-
awesome, yeah.
I love watching my replays of Fortnite. I'm all about
Or even
that.
swap
So
to another player's
It's cool when
view.
you can go back and get like a better shot of something sick
Incredible.
that happened.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not
I hope you
only
can share
rewatch
those.
battles as many
Yeah,
times as
definitely.
you
And
like,
beyond the
but there's
capture.
even a share
Right.
feature.
Oh, there is. Wait,
We hope
yes.
you'll
Let's
use this
go,
handy
dude!
tool.
Oh, Oh yeah!
Pick up.
I called it.
All right, they know.
Good.
I wonder where it goes.
Next,
Nowhere.
we'll analyze and
This is
discuss
nowhere.
this space within the lobby. The locker
Goes
room.
to Splatnet.
Here, you'll find some fresh lockers. One is yours,
Yo, this is
and the
awesome.
others belong to players with whom you've recently
Oh
played.
wow! So you can check out people's gear.
As you can see,
Oh, you can
you'll be
rearrange
able
it?
to place any acquired weapons,
Yo,
gear,
skateboard,
and
Andre!
items
Andre,
to
Oh my
skateboard!
god! It's got physics too.
slap
That's
on some
awesome.
snazzy stickers.
My prediction came
Oh,
true.
okay. This is so
Locker's
stupid
color.
but awesome. I love
This
this.
is your space
No,
I
this
love
is
to
this.
express
fantastic.
yourself.
Yeah, come on.
So customize it however you'd like
Fish.
to show off your signature splatting style.
That's really cool.
That's so. Oh, sneakers all the way. That's great.
Yes. Items can be obtained at Hotlantis, a general store on the edge of Splatsville. Apparently,
wow.
the store manager
Harmony's
vanishes
freaking me
quite
out a
often.
Yeah, same here.
So instead,
Okay.
it's run by an artist named
Oh, is
Harmony.
she playing with the
She used to be a
Nintendo
regular
Grabber
customer
toy?
here.
The
It's
Ultra
got an
Hand? Is that the Ultra
outlandish
Hand?
assortment of items. Why not
Ultra
show the
Hand?
store some love
Yeah,
by
you
grabbing
don't
some
remember this from
goods?
like the 60s, Jake?
There appear to be
Oh,
plenty
God.
of other customization features as well.
Man, this is such a good time.
Yeah,
When
it
battles
is.
start, these splash
okay,
tags
cool.
appear. They can be customized with a banner,
I love stuff like this.
badge, and title.
Yeah, I love the title system of
Additionally,
Switch Sports.
you
so
can
it'll be
change
fun
the
here, too.
emote
Yeah.
your character performs when you win a battle.
Sick.
Oh, you can Oh man, yep. There we go.
Awesome.
There's a Fortnite
All
part I'm
of
looking
these
for.
can be
Yeah.
obtained via the in-game catalog, which will be available
there's
at
Ultra Hand again.
Hotlantis.
Oh, yeah,
By using
of course.
points
Yeah.
earned from battles, you can unlock various items, like stuff for splash tags and seasonal
Oh,
gear.
she's dabbing.
Following the game's launch, a new
Hey,
catalog
look at
is
that.
planned to be released every 3 months for 2 years.
Seasons.
Seasons
Be
basically,
sure to
yep.
snatch up
Yeah.
everything you see in each catalog.
All right, there you go.
Cool. Cool. Okay, hey, I'm in. That's awesome.
Phew. There's still a lot of info to share, but I need to take a little breather here. In the meantime,
I'm like, is
please
that the rest
turn
of the
your
stream?
attention towards
Yeah.
Just for a break.
Introducing Tableturf Battle!
Go, dude!
Lay out your
Mini
cards
game.
for a dazzling deck duel!
What the heck?
This is awesome.
Ink different shapes.
They
with
made a
different
card
cards.
game.
Charge up power.
What?
Then unleash it all at once with
Oh,
a
that's
special
so
attack.
awesome. So it's like those games where you want to
There are
cover the
cards
most.
like this.
Yeah, that's so cool. I know
Like
you-
this,
there's a
and there
board
are
game.
over
Yeah, I forget what it's
150
called, but
cards
it
to
was
collect
fun.
in-game.
Yeah,
So build your deck
like
and send
lines
your
and
rivals
squares or whatever.
packing.
But
This is a
yeah.
whole like little sub
The
game in
Splatsville
here.
locals eagerly await your challenge.
Look at Sheldon.
I love this.
Tableturf Battle. Every player will be gifted an in-game
Oh,
starter
look at
deck.
Oh man, it's someone says in chat. It's Splat
Excuse me.
Tetris.
I lost my clampoonier
This is
for a
awesome.
second there.
Wow, so
That
cool.
was Tableturf Battle, a 1v1 competitive card battle.
It's like a cover.
spin-off
Oh my
of
god, it's
Turf War.
genius. It's just like the main
It
game. I
appears
didn't,
you
I
can
didn't make that
play this
connection.
at the
It's like a
Tabletop
turf war.
Dojo
It's a card game
in
turf war.
Splatsville.
Oh
Be
god.
on the lookout for more details about
Oh, that's
Tabletop
awesome.
Battle in the future.
It's not even.
I'm having,
Oh, that's
it's like
great.
And
it's like in
now,
Witcher where you play
this.
Gwent. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you just. I'm gonna get stuck doing that.
Salmon Run time, baby. Yes.
Okay. Let's see.
I want to see that kaiju thing.
Salmon Run
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a simple job that requires 4 players to work together to collect
This is
power
such a great
eggs from the
mode.
salmonids
It
advancing
really
on
is.
them.
It's so
This
fun.
part-time gig is rumored to be a little fishy, but it pays pretty well. By defeating particularly ferocious creatures called boss salmonids, you can obtain
Yeah,
valuable
yeah.
golden eggs. You'll need to collect and deliver plenty of golden eggs in order to complete this job. This time around, we've confirmed
Oh.
some new types of boss salmonids, so let's share our findings. First up, the Slammin' Lid. It creates barriers and protects salmonids on the ground.
I'm already stressed
Get too
because
close
week
to it,
one,
and it'll
nobody
attempt to
knows
crush
where
you,
to shoot.
so
Oh,
approach
what
with
to do.
caution.
Yeah.
You're lucky if it's only week 1.
Yeah, right.
Next, the Big Shot.
Big shot.
It fires heavy projectiles from a distance.
Yo, this guy's
Be
awesome.
prepared for powerful shockwaves when they land.
Oh, nice.
With
So it's
new
like that
boss
sub weapon.
salmonids confirmed, make sure you're ready for an even more dangerous salmon run.
Oh yeah.
cool.
Here we go. Here's a kaiju. Yes!
This is one of the new king salmon.
I love it.
Unbelievable. It looks like they'll occasionally appear just before you complete the job.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really
The
cool.
tank on your back is a specially provided egg cannon. And it appears that you can fire golden eggs to deal
What?
lots of damage.
You can fire the eggs?
However, these battles are under a time limit, so rack up as much damage as possible to drive them back.
Oh,
That's cool.
sick. Yeah,
So like randomly you get a chance at this big thing. That's
that's
cool.
really cool.
And this is the still being researched Big Run. We believe this is when salmonids invade the city in which icklings and octolings live. It appears that this
what?
event happens once every few months, so brace yourselves!
What?
Big Run is coming!
What? I don't even know what that means. I'm
Me
excited.
neither. That was weird.
That was really weird. Real quick with a
Now,
super chat, egg beta and
observe
remission says
this
Chunky Slug
manhole
Fish
in
Guy must buy a
Splatsville
game.
Square.
Yes, thank you for the
Yes.
super chat.
This
Okay,
is
so we're looking at
actually
the story mode
entrance
now.
to the home of the Octarians, the Inklings' longtime enemies. As Agent 3, the newest recruit of the new
Whoa.
Squidbeak Splatoon, you'll do battle with the Octarian army, whose members
Nice.
are covered in hair for
Callie
some
Marie.
reason.
I love that city
Along with
shot.
your
Yeah,
buddy
that's
Small
really
Fry,
cool.
you'll explore many stages,
Small Fry.
each one full of
Yeah,
twists
confirmed.
and turns.
Again.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot. Story mode is perfect for getting familiar with inking turf and using weapons, so newer players might
Okay.
want to try it out.
Okay.
Well, we've come this far.
That was cool.
What awaits the Inklings and Octolings in the end? We hope you can witness the epic finale of this splat-tastic saga.
Whoa.
The finale.
Ooh. Yeah, interesting.
Interesting.
Trilogy.
All right, they're
Yeah.
actually capping it up.
We're back in Splatsville. From here on out,
Is that it?
we'd like to talk
The
about
story?
other features that'll help you enjoy your splatting escapades even more.
They
in the
positioned
Splatoon
it as
3
kind of a
game.
tutorial.
Yeah.
You can
I'm not
post
sure how I
illustrations
feel about
here
that.
via this
Yeah,
mailbox.
especially in the third game.
They'll be displayed all across the city.
Okay,
and
good. This
even in
mailbox is
stages.
back. Good.
Gotta keep it.
So
Yeah.
put on your artist cap
I love that's
and
always a neat
post
touch,
away.
seeing people's graffiti or
Vertical
artwork
illustrations will also be supported.
Oh, cute.
Additionally, you can
Okay.
grab food and drinks that'll help you in battles at the concession stand.
I see the chat freaking out about
Or
me in the
use
conclusion.
local
Don't worry,
communication
there
to
will
play
get,
with
I guarantee you there will be a
nearby folks in your
Splatoon
favorite
4.
modes at the
Yeah.
show.
Don't worry,
Definitely.
it's not over.
By using photo mode, you can snap selfies, send
Got a
photos to a
photo
smart
mode.
device,
Yep, of course.
or display them in your locker.
Oh, that's neat.
Oh, that is neat. Yeah.
This is the Recon
Recon.
Guide.
Oh, we know about Recon mode.
Select your favorite stages at any time and take a stroll around them.
Yeah. Oh, you have an hour.
Why not get familiar with each stage prior to battles?
Is there really an hour time limit? Like, it's like, sorry, we're cutting you off.
Yeah.
You've been here too long.
You're being weird. You know.
Splatnet
Get out of
3.
there. Oh, it's back. Splatnet
Yep.
3.
Use this with your smart device. It contains features like checking your latest battle stats,
I do
and
like
ordering
that.
special in-game gear not sold in shops from the Splatnet gear shop.
I did like
But
that in
that's
Splatoon 2
not all.
as well.
Yeah.
Access features like Krusty Sean's Wonder Crust. Support
Wonder
this
Crust.
fellow's journey using ink points earned
Aye.
depending on the areas
sounds
you
kinda
inked
gross.
during battles.
Yeah, agreed.
Or
Krusty
view
Sean.
history to take a trip down memory lane with your past ranks.
It would be cool if you could play that new card game thing on your phone.
On your
That'd be-
phone.
that'd
That
be
makes so much
cool.
sense.
Special wallpapers and more for your
Oh,
smart
darn it,
device.
Jake. Now I'm
Yeah.
so
Be sure to
annoyed.
grab them.
It'd be cool.
Yep.
It appears that Splatnet 3 will be available at launch via the Nintendo Switch Online.
It wasn't at
mobile
launch
app.
last time, right? So that's
right.
yeah, that's a big thing.
I love this. It appears.
Next up,
It
amiibo
appears
figures.
it'll be there. Yeah.
Scan
Amiibo box is
Splatoon
back.
series amiibo
Nice,
at this
cute.
spot in Splatsville, and
Okay.
voila!
We had that one.
Saving your favorite gear combinations as fresh as fits will allow you to easily swap outfits.
Sure.
Additionally,
We know
it
we don't
seems
need that
you'll
now.
be able to get
Yeah.
special gear and even snap photos together with amiibo.
Oh yeah.
And Splatoon 3 amiibo
Here we are.
incoming.
All right.
Oh, look at the Small Fry.
Yeah. Oh, I love that one.
Release is
The
scheduled
ink.
for this
Oh,
holiday.
Yeah, Small Fry is awesome.
This holiday. Cool.
Cool.
Not too long after the game.
Now, let's talk about post-launch updates.
Oh,
they're
so
doing
new
it.
modes are coming in post-launch, I
As we
think.
mentioned a while
Yeah.
ago, following the game's
That's
launch,
surprising.
a
A
new
little bit.
in-game catalog
Yeah, I guess
will
they
be
want you to
released
learn
every 3 months for 2
The
years.
basics, yeah.
Oh, every 3 months for 2 years.
New
That's-
weapons
that's
will
That's a
also
good
be added
commitment.
around the same time as each catalog.
Hey, no complaints here. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
In addition, X Battle, available after attaining an extremely high rank in Anarchy Battle,
Oh.
and League Battle, where every 2 hours you can compete in teams based on your Anarchy Battle results, are planned to be added in future updates.
Oh, this is gonna be insane.
Furthermore,
Yeah, that's
for
interesting.
this game, we're planning to add large-scale paid DLC.
Large-scale pay? What's that mean?
Whoa, who are those weirdos?
More details will come at a later time.
Large-scale
so
paid
please be on the
DLC?
lookout.
So like
And
new
now,
like story
I'd
expansions?
Like to wrap up this research
gotta be story
report from the
expansions.
Squid Research
I think they had a lot of
Lab.
success
Thank you
with
for
Octo
watching.
expansion,
Yeah.
so probably, yeah. Nah, there's more. Don't, come on.
6 minutes left.
Okay, here we go.
Who are you supposed to be?
Oh,
Ah!
yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Fry,
Fry. Shake.
Shiver,
Shiver.
Fry and Shiver.
Oh, here we go. 3.
Man.
Fry, Shiver, and Big Man. I gotta tell you, first impression, I don't know about
Yeah,
this.
it's not quite selling me on
completely
this.
forgot to
Well,
tell you about
I like
Deep
Big
Cut.
Man.
They're an incredibly popular trio who host the Splatsville news program, Anarchy Splatcast.
Maybe they'll grow on me
Yeah, yeah.
after seeing them 300
They
times.
provide information on battle stages,
Let's
as well
skip
as
it.
other news bulletins.
Let's skip
Let's
it.
skip it.
Wait, what's that L click? Listen to Splatcast. Can you skip it?
While we're on the subject,
Interesting.
the youngsters of Splatsville own sea cucumber phones.
I hope so.
Oh,
They can check the news while
Oh.
doing other activities.
Oh, yeah.
As shown here.
Yeah.
There we go.
yep.
So I think it is.
Okay.
It seems like it's optional.
It at least won't interrupt you.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this.
For reveal of first Splatfest perchance. Oh, it looks so good, man. This is a good-looking video game.
It's such a vibe. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, between the two. Oh, wait a second, Andre. 3 idols. Does that mean
3 teams.
Three teams?
Yeah,
Is it gonna happen?
3 Splatfest teams, baby.
Okay, I'll obviously always going big man. Like, don't even.
Yeah, I don't care what the options are.
No, big man, dude. Gotta support my man.
You're big man.
We're doing it for the boys, you know? Okay, okay. Fry's kind of grown.
I love just how much we're leaning into like Japanese culture here.
Yeah. And even with the katana weapon, you know?
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Seems like Shiver's an early favorite in the chat, maybe.
Really? Oh. Y'all love that hair swoop, I bet. Yeah. Shiver does appear to be an Octoling.
Oh, I didn't even know this.
Yeah,
You're right.
I
You're
think-
totally right. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't tell. Chat, do you think Fry is an Inkling?
I love that. The big man just riding
It's
around.
been confirmed that Splatfest will make a return.
Come on. Three
In
sides.
these events, you pick a team based on the announced theme, then settle the outcome via battle.
Oh, their language is so specific.
And this
It
time
is.
around,
Oh,
there
here we
will
go.
be 3 teams
Yeah.
to choose from.
Awesome.
Go!
That's cool.
Splatfests consist of 2 halves. In the first
So
half,
no more team
teams will
versus
compete
same team
in
versus same team,
4v4
right?
Turf
Right.
war battles. The second half
Oh.
is a
So they're
tri-colored
changing up the.
turf
Yo,
war.
let's go!
Whoa!
It's a special mode where, whoa, 3 teams fight at the same time.
This
Okay.
is awesome.
I love this.
This is
All
awesome.
players on the
That's
team
so cool.
Making
First
feature.
place will start in the center of the stage. 2 players each from the second and third place teams will attack the first place team from opposite ends of the stage.
That's so awesome.
Can the leading team defend themselves? Or will the other
Oh, that's wild.
They've got two sides that they got.
Yeah. I love how like
ultra signal
it's not symmetrical exactly.
Yeah. They didn't just say, okay, now it's the same thing but 3.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to close out this presentation with
Oh,
an
it's so
announcement
cool
from
seeing 3
Deep
colors.
That is really neat.
now.
How colorful that is.
It's harder to judge.
Yeah. Not for Judge though.
No. Oh, I'm thinking blue one. Yo, big man holding the TV.
That's actually
like
pretty
a
great.
champ, dude.
Yeah. You can skip these newscasts. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not world premiere. Wait,
August
27th.
27th.
Whoa, so this, okay, so it's a
It's a test fire.
test fire. Yep. Oh, that's
So,
awesome.
that's Andre, the 27th. That's when I said it was going to happen in our predictions video.
Oh my God, you did! You called it.
Yeah.
Nice
So there we
done.
go. So it's going to last all day, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And rock, paper, scissors.
What? That's such a lame one. Come on, that's
All
a
right.
lame. It's a lame one.
I think big man is scissors. We're going scissors, baby.
You're right. Yep.
Okay. All right. Big man, backing you up.
All right. I like Shiver's reasoning here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Shiver is on point.
Chat, where are you going? Rock, paper, scissors.
You know, I didn't care before about rock paper scissors, Jake, but I care now. I'm already getting invested in this argument.
You can write devastating things on paper. They said. I can't argue with big man. Can't argue. Yo, big man's like, listen, I got the 3rd one, so I.
Don't bring weak finger scissors to a rock fight. The dialogue. All right, even though I want to skip these cutscenes, like obviously I can't initially because the dialogue always is great.
Yeah, especially for the Splatfest.
Yeah.
That's all we have to share today.
Wow.
Or not.
Oh.
And now,
One more thing.
Announcing the Splatoon 3 Enter the Splatlands Invitational
PAX West.
2022 tournament.
Oh wow.
This event will take place on September 5th at PAX West. Some of the top finishers from this summer's Splatoon 2 Inkopolis Showdown will head to Seattle and compete in North America's
where I live.
first ever Splatoon 3 Invitational.
And this is right before the game
Follow
comes
the
out, so
official
plenty of
Nintendo
opportunities for
versus
people to
Twitter
see the
account
game.
for updates.
Exactly.
And to see more of our research findings as we uncover them, follow the official Splatoon North American Twitter account. We hope you'll have an incredible time starting September 9th. Bye-bye.
September 9th.
September 9th. All right. So, Jake, how are we feeling about that?
Amazing. You know what? I feel like me and you, we it's been a while since we've logged into Splatoon, had some fun with it, and I feel like what this was saying, this is obviously far and away the definitive Splatoon experience, a game packed with more than ever. There are mini games, seemingly like endless customization options. I love the addition of like the locker, and I think that the Splatfest being 3 really mixes it up in a way that we don't even quite get right now, because now it's more than just a themed turf war. There is something special to it because it's the 3. Yeah,
I think I mostly agree with that. They surprised me in ways I wasn't expecting, which I always like. You know, all those like little extra features, like the puzzle mode, the locker stuff, customizations. That's all great. I like the three Splatfest teams. Awesome. Real quick, a super chat from True Joker, who for $2, thank you, says, Season 3 looking way more promising than Season 2. It doesn't feel new. And then we also had a comment here. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. And a comment here from, where is it? Here it is, from AS, who says, feels like more of the same, not enough new modes for me personally. So, this isn't just because I share my initials, but I do kind of get that. Like, I do think that when it came to the core structure of the game, I didn't quite get as much new as I was hoping for. Like, I didn't want to, new modes, which we didn't get anything of for the actual battles. And then we didn't see much of the campaign, Jake. That's still largely a mystery. So I don't know, are they hiding it? Because they want us to be surprised, or there's just not much to show for it.
I think that was an expectation. I think that was an expectation setter for the campaign. I think the campaign, they positioned it as a tutorial for new players to get used to the game, get used to using different weapons, and I think that's what it's going to be. I think if you want a kind of experience that we saw in Octo Expansion, you are going to have to wait for that extra paid DLC. Yeah. I think that was really successful for them, and it's going to work. Now, in terms of, like, where's the new stuff, I will say I feel like that it's a shooter, and I do feel this way, that like when it comes right down to it, experientially, what you are doing in the game, even with new weapons, even with new modes, no matter what, it is very much, it's like a fighting game. The fun is in the tweaks, the little things, the small additions. Yeah, did I want to see a new mode? Sure, I do think those things are coming, and I do think, like a fighting game, something I really appreciated to throw it way back, Andre, in ARMS, was that ARMS launched with a relatively small roster, but then the characters that they added in for free over time were the characters that were more complex to use. So the game wanted you to learn, get comfortable, figure things out before adding things in, and I think that's okay, because if you are picking up Splatoon 3 on day one, I think you're there for the long-term investment. I think it's okay that not everything is there on day one. And I think part of the fun is getting stuff later. I think that is part of the fun, experiencing that as a community, reacting to this new thing, discovering how to use it. I think it's okay for the game to work that way. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. I think for people that maybe still playing Splatoon 2, they're already familiar with the base game, so it may feel a little overly familiar at first, especially with just the return to the previous modes. But I will say, for me, for instance, because it's honestly been years since I've really played, since I invested myself into Splatoon 2 outside of Salmon Run, and I think I think the core gameplay is strong enough, mixed with everything new that they're adding here. I just noticed the pool here, by the way, in the resort is shaped like a squid, which is awesome. So good. No, I think so. Yeah, I think right now, like, there's enough in there to hook me, like, from day one, or that rather have me playing on day one for a while thereafter. But I do wonder, like, how long it's gonna be for those updates, because that might dictate, like, how long I might stick with the game. But I will say, like, looking at the 12 stages they have here, like, they all look sick. The stages look awesome. The new features are adding on top of everything, like the replay, the puzzle mode. Like, that all looks fun. I don't know whether I'll be turn the game on just for those, but, like, it's fun extra stuff to mess around with. So
I totally agree, and I also think that core gameplay that already works, that is really fun. I think what happens in a game like this, and the pros kind of saw it from Splatoon 1 to Splatoon 2. There are little adjustments and tunings that happen that just make the game feel better, more exciting, that might not be immediately obvious to your casual player. And I think I've already saw some of that stuff here, and I think the introduction of that dodge mechanic that everyone can use when in their that's such a core change to the game, and I think that's going to really play a role in, I know it sounds like a small thing, but making things feel fresh, different, new, moment to moment, different from Splatoon 2, just having that option.
Yeah, and I will say, like, the UI, the interface, like, it looks like they've really tightened all that stuff up. Like, I love the new lobby system with, like, the hologram characters. Like, that's all really freaking cool. The fact that it's, they added the phone option that we could tune into the broadcast. Like, this is all, like, really smart stuff. So yeah, I'm excited by all of that. So it seems like they're really tight. Like, this feels like maybe the level of refinement I was maybe hoping for from Splatoon 2, which we didn't quite get. But they're even going beyond that. So yeah,
this feels. I agree, Andre. I think this feels like a game that had time in the oven.
This definitely had time. Yeah.
It really did. Because just seeing all the extra stuff, seeing the mini games, seeing the UI stuff, seeing all that online functionality, all of these extra customization things. Nobody was asking for a locker. And just, I feel like there is a level of polish in this game that I know there are some Nintendo games, especially recently, that people have complained about the drip feed post-launch content. I will say I think there was a better argument to make in Splatoon 2 than I think in this one. I get it. I see what it is. I'm personally not worried or upset about what I'm seeing here. This feels like a game packed to the gills with stuff. And I kind of believe that it's going to come at a good clip afterwards. I kind of believe in their ability to pace out the new stuff.
Real quick, Valentine, another super chat updates their previous message saying, so now it's no Bowsette, blonde Bowsette, and big man gets redhead Bowsette, and you're big man or bust. So obviously they updated Jake after the introduction of the word.
Valentine, you got me. You Splatoon inked me into a corner. You're right. I'm going big man or bust. So yeah, on the subject of the new idols. It's, you know, it's such a big part of the game, the culture surrounding the game. You and I both know the Splatoon fan base is huge. I'm sure that there's a ton of fan art already of these 3 new idols.
Yeah, it instantly spawned into existence the moment they appeared on screen.
Right, and I think that Marina and Pearl, I think there was a little bit of a getting used to period for them too. And so much of even getting that little flavor text towards the end from the Splatfest, it reminded me how much those characters are really given texture and brought out through that dialogue and through those moments. You get a sense for their personality. I think that did a wonder for Pearl and Marina, and I think it's going to do the same here. But as Valentine said, big man or bust.
Cheese God says lockers are like the apartments that people wanted. I didn't even know people wanted apartments, but that makes sense now. And lockers are a fun way to like kind of give your have your own virtual space, which is just a really neat idea. I want to circle back to that card. First off, real quick, Nintendo shut down the stream, so that was very rude, Nintendo. I was rewatching it. How dare you? Secondly, though, is that I'm actually strangely hyped for that card game, man. That card game looks freaking awesome.
Agreed.
So, did they confirm you can play that? I mean, I guess it has to be online. So obviously, it wouldn't work otherwise, right? Like that's not just a single player thing, right?
Yeah, so the weird thing is that there was one little comment in there where the voiceover said, everybody will get the starter pack free of charge. And I was like,
oh no. Okay, hold on.
What are you saying?
Yeah, that's a great point. That is a great point. You can't pay for those. I'm throwing it out there. They can't make that like a real life money thing. That has to be an in-game currency related thing. They probably should have clarified that if they didn't, because that is a little confusing. So unless
it's a weird thing to say. It was a weird thing to
I hope you don't pay for that stuff. I'm not paying for it. So although
I'll use that starter deck till I die.
Vikanin says, wait, imagine if the DLC is free with the NSO plus expansion pack. I think it would be. I think
me too.
Yeah, they haven't announced it yet, but I think it will be when they do. So
well, wouldn't that effectively mean that all Splatoon 3 players get it?
It's free, yeah. You're right. But, I mean, isn't that the case?
That's tough.
Oh my God,
they could.
You know, yeah, you're probably right, actually. I mean, you're definitely right. But would they... I don't think that changes anything. No, it does.
Really?
I mean, okay, no, it doesn't. It doesn't, Jake. There is a single-player component here. Not everyone has to play online. Even though 90% of the user base is playing online, I think there's a chance Nintendo still sells it for a price, and then they just include as part of the value of NSO. So,
I think there's the stream also just shut off for me, so that's annoying.
Yeah, well, I know, right? Now we got this giant gray box on our monitor.
I feel like I'm consistently surprised at their willingness to include things in the expansion pack for NSO. I think that's something that they see as valuable. Still can't believe like the Mario Kart booster pass is just in there. Everybody gets it, no problem.
Well, see, that's not the perfect example. Like Mario Kart, that's almost as online focused as Splatoon. So if that costs there, then it's probably no different Splatoon in this case.
Yeah, and I think given the timing of when this game will come out and when you'll want to see they will need something new, I think, to put on there as the major attraction as we go forward in time and things become less new. So yeah, I could definitely see this as an added perk. I think that would be really cool too, and effectively giving that away to all Splatoon 3 players that's like goodwill.
You know,
so,
also Dave brings up a good point that they clarify that many had the base NSO without the expansion pack. They wouldn't get the DLC.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason Jake and I both had a brain fart there. We just assumed the expansion pack is like the base NSO now. You're totally right. So that's why it makes a ton of sense. All right, so 100% it'll be free. I think it'll be free with the expansion pack. And not without. Someone here, let's see, what King says, surprised there's no new mode. So I'm sure there will be new modes. Those will come down the line. I am surprised they didn't at least show those off. Because that is the kind of thing I was really hoping to see. Like, I want to see a new way of playing the core game. We didn't quite get that here. And
I think the explainer for that too, Andre, is that I was surprised how much of this Direct was positioning itself as, okay, everybody, so you probably don't know what Splatoon is.
Yeah.
And so, like, and for that audience member that they seem to be talking to, if you were that person, this was a lot. There was a lot going on here. And I feel like a lot of Splatoon 2 players maybe didn't even get far enough to see some of those ranked modes that were added down the line.
Right.
So in some ways, I do understand the strategy. And I also just think that, like, for this event, I think the thing that they wanted to sell you on, the new big exciting thing, was kind of what they ended the show with, that three-way Splatfest.
Yeah.
Which I want to reiterate is it's more than just having 3 teams and doing kind of the same thing. They thought about it critically in a way that I think makes it more engaging, and I think makes it so, like, you know, when you get to the first half of the battle and the red team is in first place, now that blue and yellow team, they have a silent agreement where they go, you know, it's like, all right, let's get that red team. You know what? That's great.
I mean, it's smart not just in a gameplay sense, but also just how it works within the confines and the limitations of what Splatoon already is. The player count doesn't change. The fact that you have symmetrical arena is factored into this, with the third team being the odd people out in the middle. So yeah, it's really just very smart how they went about the entire thing, and that will be a fun way, I think, just to mix up the gameplay. So we've never had that before. We've never had 3 teams, let alone let alone of different player counts. That's totally not true. There's different player counts all the time, Splatoon. Stop dropping on my games, Jeff.
But I think something I talked about in the predictions video was that years and years ago, when Splatoon 1 was a thing, a Splatfest was just a more exciting premise and concept. Yep. And I think this actually goes a long way. In one, it makes the actual experience of playing it different from your typical Turf War, and it's not just the event surrounding it. But 2, I do think that this is something. They've kind of invented a little mode here. And that's kind of cool that, you know, this idea of we figured out a way to use our pre-made maps to support this 3-team thing, dropping them in the middle, having to deal with both sides. That's interesting to me. I like the idea a lot.
Sam says, honestly, the Splatoon 2 to 3 transition has way more additions and new mechanics compared to Splatoon 1 to 2. People complained about Splatoon 2 as well, but it really came to life on its own. I think that's a good point. I think a lot of what's going to make Splatoon 3 feel different isn't readily apparent necessarily in just seeing it through gameplay. And they did touch on elements of that, of course. But I agree with Sam here. I think there is more here than there was in the first sequel transition. And I think that'll become more apparent the more we play it. So I do, and I think it's harder. Like, it's one thing just to see the new mechanic in action, another to feel it in action. And I think that will go, you know, the whatever they called it. Do you remember what they called that?
The squid roll.
The squid roll, yeah. So that could really change things up. That's time to account for the new specials, all the new abilities. That's all stuff that's going to, like, really change. You know, it's all going to change the meta, and that's the main thing. That Splatoon 2, at least initially, did feel pretty similar to Splatoon 1. So yeah, I'm excited for that, particularly, again, given the gap in this case. Like, one of the issues with that Splatoon 2 came pretty soon after Splatoon 1, whereas now we've had a 5-year gap. We've had a half-decade gap here, and so even without the new stuff, it's still gonna feel kind of new to some people. So I'm excited for all of it, even if I was expecting a little bit more in terms of new modes and story content here.
Yeah, and I think looking at the squid roll in practice, again, just like playing that clip back, I think what it effectively is Andre, I don't know if you played enough Splatoon 2 to really have this experience, but sometimes you would just get sniped by somebody that was so good.
Oh, that's every shooter.
So far.
That's every shooter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think it's a little bit a balancing mechanic to that exact situation, because if you have that little line on you,
right,
and you time your jump, you effectively get rid of all that ink, and that's kind of what they show in that little gameplay clip, and that's exciting to me. I think that's a really cool little addition.
Anything that nerfs the snipers, I'm totally okay with, as not a sniper myself. So apologies to all the snipers out there. I'm tired of being one-shotted in Splatoon. Stop it. So if I can dodge out of that, that would be great.
Andre, what was your go-to weapon? Did you have a weapon type you liked?
Oh, I'm all about the I'm all about just usually the oh God, I'm trying to remember now. If it wasn't a base gun, there was one that was even more rapid. I forget what it's called now. It's been so long.
Like the arrow spray, maybe.
That I think that was it. Yep, it was the arrow spray. So
the arrow sprays are fun. Yeah, I get that.
I'm more of a gun person in Splatoon, so I like playing around with the rollers and buckets, but I always go back to the guns. So
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, Jake. Any final thoughts before we wrap it up here?
You know what? I just think, this is Nintendo's shooter, and it doesn't, and it doesn't come around as much as I think other big shooting game franchises come, and it's been long enough that like I'm ready to get back in. I'm ready to not just like pay for a game at launch, but pay that price and be in for, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years maybe. They promised, what was it like? Did they promise like 3 years? Is that what they did?
2 years. They promised 2 years.
2 years, and it's every 3 months. I think they said was.
I believe, yep.
Okay, like I think just the kind of games I play, I can understand a lot of Nintendo players maybe not being acclimated to this kind of thing, but I think I'm just accepting of paying that initial price and being in for the ride, and not just for that day one experience. And for that reason, I really like what I'm seeing in Splatoon 3 here, because I think the bones are good. I think the bones are really good. I think they have a refreshed kind of commitment to the game, really like new ideas, and I'm excited to see what they do with it.
I think there's one point that's worth pointing out, is there is no game like Splatoon. Splatoon is such a unique feeling shooter that even if they didn't change all that much, you're still not going to find another game like it on the marketplace, at least that I'm aware of. And that's awesome. Like the core mechanic is the core gameplay is just such a unique element of this particular series that it kind of just inherently feels fresh, you know?
Yeah.
And I am excited for myself to come back to it after taking a bit of a break after Splatoon 2, just because I felt like there was a lot of similarly feeling gameplay in a short period of time. But now that we've had a longer gap, now that we have all these new features here, I'm excited to hop into it. But I still got to know more about the story, Jake. I hope they're not showing off some of the coolest stuff there. Because
we don't know what we don't know what Small Fry does.
Yeah, Small Fry, like they keep talking about this guy, and they don't actually do anything with him. So there's gotta be more to it, right?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. And I will say I think it's a little weird how to have a game called Splatoon 3. They're like, oh, it's the end of this trilogy, it's the end of this story, but also, hey guys, so Inklings can turn into squids and swim. Like that is a weird line that I think they're trying to walk across. But that's more a criticism of the presentation than I think of the actual game anyways. But Andre, August 27th, you'll be able to jump in, participate in rock, paper, scissors. Yeah. Everybody.
Jake, what team are you going?
Oh, obviously I'm going scissors. Obviously I'm siding. I'm siding with the big man.
Why not even ask?
I am excited to see who wins this first Splatfest, because I really do think whoever wins this Splatfest, it's almost an indication of who the most popular of the three is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think for sure. I mean, that is actually kind of fun element of it. Like, what is going to be which? I do hope though that this isn't a sign of like kind of lame, questions to come. Like, I don't want more, what's your favorite condiment? What's your favorite color? Give us the stuff that matters. Like, give us like, Ninja Turtles, even though there's 4 of them. Or, I think did they do that before even? They may have done a Ninja Turtle one before. But things like that. I want more things that you would actually debate on, like on a forum or something, right? Or in Discord for the kids these days.
I feel like the food ones are actually always good, though.
Yeah.
I feel like the food ones get heated. I think those are always fun. And now I think it's the added fun of trios. It's now thinking about things in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also felt like in Splatoon 2, you always ended up with like a very similar number at the end, where it was like, oh, this one was the most popular, but these won like 54% of the matches. And I'm curious
Really
how
close,
I'm curious how having 3 will the one just like totally dominate, or will it be like, oh, 39%? I don't know.
Right. Dave says,
cool.
Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle Splatfest. That's what we need. Team Bulbasaur all the way. Can the ink match? Can we have can they match the ink to the
They do.
Yeah, like Ketchup and Mayonnaise had that, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, they always do. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
We can
Good.
definitely.
Yeah, sorry, it's been a while since I played Splatfest.
No. I think we had it suggested during our predictions. The Scarlet and Violet starters. Yep. That would be such a fun one to do. And given the timing, I think it's totally doable.
Totally. All right. Yeah. I'm excited. There's still I'm excited as well to see what the new content's about that they teased, both, with all the 2 years of content coming. Like I really want to see what those new modes are. I mean, I hope there are new modes. I don't think, did they explicitly confirm new modes? I don't think they did. I could be wrong. I'm sure there will be, but
I'd have to go back and look what they said is going to be in those updates, but I think we can count on it.
Yeah. But also the story content. Like my main concern is that it's not that the first campaign in this game isn't going to falter because a better one exists coming down the line. That's kind of what we ran into with Splatoon 2, where the main campaign felt like a retread of the first game, and whereas the Octo expansion definitely didn't. But that's why I don't want it to happen here. It does. There's so much cool theming around the Splatlands and like we've seen some cool environments. I'm really hoping that they lean into that and make it worth playing by itself without us relying on DLC to come later to fill in for the lacking single player.
Andre, the campaign's gonna be bad.
No, Jake!
It's gonna be bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The campaign's gonna be bad. We got a good look at a lot of levels in that campaign, and I went, oh, yep, I've done this, and it's not fun. Okay. So I just feel that the game is made, the controls are made for that combination of inking your enemies and inking the ground. And when they add in all that other stuff, like, it's like a fun distraction or whatever, but nothing is as enticing as the multiplayer modes that the game was made for. And I always feel like we're trying to apply like a square shape to a round hole when I go into those single player campaigns, and they don't do it for me. And to be totally honest, I know this is a bit of a hot take, I thought the Octo expansion was just okay.
You know what? I actually agree with that. I appreciated what they were doing. I like the theming and the story, but I wasn't the biggest fan of it either. But I know I'm like one of the outliers on that. Outlier, whatever. Real quick, someone in the chat, Delano, said, "Why no test fire? Did they not announce a test fire during this, Jake? Was that? That's right.
What the Splatfest
That's what the Splatfest is. Yeah.
August 27th, you're going to be able to download and play on either team rock, paper, scissors. It's from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I don't see a time zone there, but it might have been somewhere else in the video. So, but assume a 12-hour period of time where you're going to be able to play the game before it comes out, August 27th.
I will say, I think they could have been a little clearer on that. I don't think they actually used the term test fire, did they? Like, I could see why. No. Yeah, I guess for us who are familiar with how it works, that was just a little confusing messaging. But in any case, like, it seemed pretty clear that it's playable. So so I'm excited for that. Victor says, Victor says, am I the only one excited for the card game? Ha ha ha. No, I'm super. Me and Jake are both there. We're both right there. Like, Jake, I earlier said I'm not buying cards. If I can, I might. I hope they don't.
If they go, Jake, you've got the starter deck, but would you like to invest in the big man deck? I'd be like, well, okay, listen. Obviously I gotta rep big man, but I don't know if just to reiterate, the genius of that card game and the matching what the Splatoon actual game is, it being turf war in that setting, and the cards being like, oh, the sniper card, that's one long line, and then this card that's like, it's so good. What can you say?
No, I love that. That's genius, and that I think that'll be a lot of fun. Like I just recently started replaying the Pokemon TCG game on Game Boy, and I love it. So I'm like, yeah, hook me up with more of that card-based action. I'm in the mood for it. I want my Splatoon stuff. That'll be fun. So yeah, I'm excited for it. But yeah, Jake, any other final thoughts?
Oh man, well listen, now I'm afraid, Horizon Forbidden West, I basically stopped playing that game because I got too addicted to the board game. And now so now I'm a little bit afraid that this card game is going to take over my life. But man, Splatoon 3 looking great. I get the concerns, but for somebody like me, I just like going online, playing my multiplayer shooting game, being on that ride, seeing the new updates. I think if you're a player like me, you got nothing to worry about. It looks great.
Yeah, I hope. I think a lot of it might come down to those updates. Like, I think it's going to feel fresh enough from the get-go, but they need to keep people engaged. And to be fair, I think Splatoon has historically done a pretty good job at that. I can only speak personally, where me and my friend groups haven't necessarily stayed on, like, at least the Splatoon 2 train outside the Salmon Run for that much time. So I'm hoping that this one keeps giving us reasons to come back. But it does look like from day one there'll be a fair amount of new content here. Like, at least at the very least in terms of new maps. We have 12 maps, and I'm pretty sure that's substantially more than Splatoon 2 launched with. I could be misremembering. But,
I think so too, and also, not to be a total psychopath, but like, if you look at Mario Strikers Battle League and this game, these two video games are the same price.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
I know.
Like,
I mean, that is a kind of funny way of looking at it. I mean, you really, yeah. I mean, that you look at a game that had functionally one arena versus a game that had functionally 12 arenas on top of numerous gameplay modes, single player and independent single player and multiplayer modes, a card game. I don't know how they dropped the ball so hard to Strikers, Jake. I don't know how they did it, man.
And those updates, God, they're every
year, two new characters.
Right, yeah, exactly. It's like in 6 months they'll be like, okay, Jake, here's Diddy Kong.
But yeah, I don't know if Hadex is being sarcastic or serious here. They say fair critique by comparing it to their sports game, because I actually don't know if they mean that or not. Because sports games inherently are, I guess, a little bit more limited, I suppose, than like an arena-based shooter, for instance. But even still, there was so much more they could do with Strikers than they did here. Although I will say, I mean, again, for me, the lacking content in Strikers was like the least of my issues of that game. I just wasn't a huge fan of the core gameplay compared to the previous two. So like, you layer all that on top of each other, it's like, man, I don't know how I feel about those new Strikers. So especially after losing to you, Jake, I'm like, well, I'm done. I'm out.
and I really think making that direct comparison, it does make you look at this game in a different light.
So real quick, Hadex clarifies they actually did mean it. I mean, it's a good comparison given price versus content. Okay, cool, thank you, Hadex. I didn't mean anything. I didn't mean it one way or the other. I wasn't sure how you meant that comment. But yeah, no, totally. Like $60 between the two. Like, even without playing Splatoon 3, how can you not recommend Splatoon 3 over Striker? I mean, obviously, depending on what gameplay you want. But if you just want if you're just looking for a fun online multiplayer experience, it's Splatoon 3. Like, there's no way there's no way I would recommend Strikers to anyone over this. So,
and it's crazy too, because it's like both games where the primary concern is that you are going to be playing online, and I just feel like Splatoon gets it. They have the carrot on the stick. They have the currency you're earning for the outfits, for the gear customizations, and it's all there, and there's so much to keep the grind going. You keep getting rewarded just for playing the game. Strikers doesn't have any of that, and Splatoon has the single player mode. What does Strikers have? Man, I'm turning into a Strikers hater. A fun game, but
Jake, when was the last time you played Strikers?
I logged on yesterday because my brother said you have to see how good I did in the last club season. So I logged on, and he told me a build that's like, this is the Shy Guy build, and I tried it, and he was right. There's a Shy Guy build out there.
All right.
Valentine
says, I got a good Splatfest idea. Courage, wisdom, and power. Yes, I want the Triforce in there. Oh my god. Why do we not think about that? You can totally do it.
Excellent.
You know what, actually, Jake, I would love to see more crossover ideas here, like, bring in like the Nintendo representation, and that could be a way of, like, they could go nuts. They could theme the gear that week around that Splatfest, right? Like,
that's the dream. Yeah. That's the dream. Like, if at any point in this game you can get a little Luigi hat, A little Donkey Kong tie? Oh my god, come on!
Oh man, oh my god, DK's tie would be so great. I love it. LKMC Ninja with an $8 super chat. Thank you so much, LKMC Ninja. Says, Splatoon 3 Switch console release on the 26th of this month for Australia, if anyone wants to know. Yeah, well, that looks sick. If I didn't have a Switch already, I'd make it a Splatoon Switch.
Andre, I'm so weak, I might...
Oh my, are you serious? Pick up another Switch?
I think it looks really cool.
It does look cool. It does look cool. But $300 cool, Jake?
No, you're right.
$350 cool, I think, actually. It's an OLED, right?
Oh my god, I forgot that's what they call it.
Yeah,
oh no, okay, I'm out.
Right,
that's it. I'm back to reality.
You're welcome, Jake. Thank you for the super chat, LKMC. Much appreciated. Sam had one more comment here. What do you think about the new Little Buddy's role in the campaign, though? I feel like that's their main sort of gimmick for the campaign this year. I don't know. Like, I feel like there has to be more to him, because they've shown so little off. But I don't even fully... Yeah. Have they even... Like, do we control him directly? I don't remember what they've mentioned about him anymore.
They literally said his name, and I don't think we really saw anything else outside of very quick little cuts of him in like the story mode. So really, we don't have anything to go off of. I do have a fun little update from Twitter if you would like it.
Okay, sure.
There's just for anybody that's considering getting this game, if you want to pre-order it on the eShop, you get double gold points. I love when they do that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's always a good thing. So
yeah, so there you go.
All right, cool. Take that pick up on the eShop, assuming it's the same price everywhere, which I imagine it would be. So that those points they come in useful. I just cashed in some for that Switch Sports towel, I think, not too long ago.
Oh
so.
yeah. No.
Wait, those are platinum points, right?
Yeah. The gold points. Yo, I love accruing those gold points because every so often you go, ooh, free game.
I forgot. That's right. Where you also use those for like the avatars and stuff, right? The profile pics. Is that, or are those platinum again? I'm getting all my points confused. There's too many points.
The gold points is money directly on the eShop.
Okay, got it. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's even better. That's effectively a discount. So.
Yes. No. Exactly.
All right. Cool. I think we're about done here. Everyone, thank you so much for watching our Splatoon 3 direct reactions. There's a lot to be excited about here, and even more as we approach its release date. I'm sure we'll be finding out more about the game, and I can't wait to try it myself, especially on the 27th for the Splatfest. We'll be there streaming. Yep. We'll be there streaming it. Maybe we'll do a 12-hour stream. I don't know. It's gonna be an intense day. I'm gonna represent whatever team I decide on. I don't know what team I'm going, but your team rock, Jake. So maybe you'll be the one doing the 12-hour stream.
Big man, baby, big man.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more content about Splatoon 3 soon enough. I'm sure from all the direct news today. And we'll catch you later, everyone. Have a good one. Bye.